Well, what's up, everybody?
What's up?
Welcome to another Victory Experience.
Yes.
We hope you're well.
Yes,
and we are your hosts. If you don't know who we are, who are we?
Bishop and Pastor. You're Bishop, and I'm
Are you
Pastor.
sure? Maybe you.
You are Bishop John Mabuthe.
Come on.
And I am Pastor Isha, your Victoria's Secret model.
No, A. Change your grammar.
His Victoria. I am definitely not no Victoria.
Yes, you are.
I'm his Victoria's Secret model.
Okay.
And we pastor one of the best churches on the planet.
We
Victory
do.
in Christ.
The Victory!
Christian Center. Located in Westville, New Jersey, Deptford Township.
Yes.
I always say 5 minutes across the Walt Whitman and Delaware.
Oh, boy, here we go.
Walt Whitman and Ben Franklin Bridge.
What are you doing?
I've been adding bridges. So I'm starting to get my bridges confused. Because we're 20 minutes from the Commodore Barry.
We don't need to go through all the bridges.
And a half hour from
We don't
the
need
Delaware.
to go. Why are we going through all the bridges?
I don't know. Because people said that they asked. No, the reason I think it's important because some people were like, they didn't realize how close we were to them. And they was like, if I knew that, they said they would have came and visit our church live. So I think it's important
We're
to let
not
people
too
know.
far from where you are.
Because a church alive is worth a drive.
Exactly right.
Yes. So,
Okay.
but we've been married for how long?
You don't know?
32 years?
32 when?
In May.
May what?
30th.
Okay. Yes. And we've been together for how long?
41.
Come
I
on,
think-
see, you
I
know
think,
that.
Yes.
So we've been together a long time,
Yes.
almost half a century.
Yep.
Wow. Been together a long, long time.
And we're certified biblical counselors.
Yes. A little bit of everything.
Yes.
A little bit of everything.
Got 3 grown kids.
Grown. Praise
Grown
God.
kids.
Grown, but they still munch off of us. Grown, but they
Not
munch.
really, no.
They do.
They very rare.
Your oldest lives with us.
But he doesn't munch
Your
off
youngest,
of
we
us.
finance him.
No, he takes care of his own rent.
Your who?
We help
but
him.
we finance
he takes
him.
care of his own rent.
And then your middle son,
You figure
he's
he's taking 4 classes. He's technically in school full time, and he's working part time and taking
Doesn't
care of
matter.
his own rent.
Doesn't matter. He still mooches off of
so
us.
that's
He
I think
munches.
that's doing very well.
And the middle one just, he left, but he didn't leave. He's still around.
He don't ask us for nothing.
That's not true.
No, he doesn't.
He comes in and takes our stuff.
He takes his stuff that he left behind.
No, he comes and takes our food.
No, he doesn't.
He
we
does.
take his food sometimes.
We do. No, we take his wife's food. So, all right, we got to go. We got to roll. So, very, very good. If you know, that was Christian Alexander Edmondson. We're talking about freeloader. So, anyway, but we're excited today. This is a good topic. Today is a good topic because we realize there's a lot of people that are tuning in from all over the place.
All over the place.
And they still may be trying to figure out who we are. How we roll, how we do things. And so we figured today.
I think some people that know us want to know us even more.
Yes. And I wonder if
what we're
people
all
look at
about.
us and wonder, what's their nationality? What do you think people think you are? When they look at you, what do you think they think you are?
Well, just from experience and just from what people have told me. And it's funny because I never really think about what people think about in regards to our nationality unless it's brought up. I'm thinking, when you know what you are, you think
I know what I am.
You think other people just automatically
I
know what you are,
know.
but then you were like,
That's true.
People don't know.
Yeah.
Unless a conversation is brought up. But people have told me before that they think that I'm either Hispanic or Dominican. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I think more Dominican than Hispanic.
Yeah.
Though.
And what else? Because
but Dominican is Hispanic to some degree. Isn't
well,
it?
what people may not know about you.
I don't know.
They may not know. Most people don't know this unless they traveled with you.
But
If you go with Pastor Isha to a different country, she takes on the dialect.
Of whatever country I'm in.
Like flawlessly.
No, I could be in the country and I'll take on
the dialect. It's the most
I start speaking country.
amazing, embarrassing thing because she starts talking like in their. I'm like, what are you doing?
I don't know, and I don't do it purposely.
Yes, you do it
not
subconsciously.
It's a subconscious
It's
thing.
amazing
If we
thing.
go to order food and the waitress is talking in whatever dialogue, I will answer her in the
like
same
that
dialogue.
and that I don't know, like just your voice inflection changes.
I would be then a great actress, huh? I think.
I don't know.
I
don't
just need
know.
somebody to talk to me in the dialect.
Right, to feed you the
dialect.
So, but yeah, and like with me, people,
But we never said what I was.
Oh, go ahead. Well, what are you?
I'm African American. But you know what? I think the older we get, we are all mixed up with a whole bunch of things. Because I've got even though I'm African American, like you said before, if you got just a little drop of blood in you, then you're that too. That thing. But I mean, I've got Indian in me. I have Caucasian, in me, which is white, I guess, and. So I got a lot of that in me, in addition to the black.
Why'd you leave out that one?
What?
You missed it.
What I missed?
It's obvious.
I have no idea.
Angelic.
Oh, God, Lord.
Heaven is minus one angel. They drop to the ground.
Okay.
But yeah, and so like with me, I mean, like I'm all mixed up. I got all types of stuff in me. But people, man, I think when people look at me, they know he's black. They know I'm black. They do not know that. People think I'm white. I'm Italian. I'm Spanish, they think all, and I'm.
I thought it was very interesting. I think one night we were eating dinner or for lunch, I don't remember what it was, and YPJ decided to go
That's one of our friends.
online,
People don't know who that is.
and do a poll
on Instagram, a live poll,
which I didn't even know you could do at the time. Say, what nationality?
He took a picture of him and I, or he did live.
Or I think he went live. What nationality do you think this guy is? Yeah. And it's interesting because we just automatically thought. And he gave a list of like 4 different things. What did you do? Black, white, Italian,
Spanish,
and Hispanic.
Yeah, Hispanic.
And I thought most people were going to say Hispanic, but it was interesting that most of the people thought the majority of the poll said Italian.
Italian, yeah.
So I was kind of surprised by that.
But my mother's white, my father's black. So I'm thinking people know I'm black. They're like, no, we don't know that, until they hear me talk. Because I go, hello, how are you?
We should do a poll. We should do a poll at one point.
We should.
Even though people may know what you are now, what did you think they were?
What did you think?
What did you think they were?
So that ties into today, because today is all about giving you better insight into Pastor Isha and I. We want to give you insight because, again, you've been watching us, this is your first time, then this is real good, but maybe you've been watching us, tracking us, and, you're like, man, getting more information about us. Yeah. And so that's what this podcast.
And we're going to talk about questions. We're going to feed each other questions. And my family hates this because this is stuff that I love to do when we're on vacation or when we're out to dinner. So I can get to know my family more and better.
Wait, that's a contradiction. I can get to know my family more.
And better.
You know them well.
Well, there's some things I may not know.
They came out of you.
And
you know them well.
Things change. Things always
that's
change.
True. So
and I don't like, I hate sitting at, well, yes and no.
Yeah, go ahead. No, go ahead. No, take your time. Go ahead. Take your time. Tell us. Go ahead. Tell us that. I know exactly what you're going to say. Go ahead. Tell us. Go ahead. Go ahead. Say it.
I hate.
Say it. That's why you have to say it.
I know what you're going to say.
It's your time.
I needed to
say it. It's your time. Go ahead.
I was going to say, I don't like to just sit at a table and just be quiet.
That is not true. That is not true. Let's talk last night at dinner. Last night at dinner, at the time of this recording, last night at dinner, we were in Applebee's. And we're sitting there, and I don't know what's going on. I don't know when this changed.
Y'all really going to get to know us in this podcast.
I don't know when this changed, but I'm sitting there, and I ask you a question, and you look at me and go, "Can I finish eating?" And I'm like, "When did this happen? When did we start to not talk while we're eating? We gotta wait till we're done eating."
No, you did not ask that. You asked it after the fact. You asked it after you asked the question.
Yeah, but your response was, "I'm eating. Can I eat?"
Can somebody get me a tissue?
I'm like, we're can we talk while we eat?
And no. You know the answer to that.
But it wasn't like that.
We've had a conversation about that.
It wasn't like that.
No. This is what Bishop likes to do. For those, when I'm in the middle of,
Go ahead. Tell your story.
When I am in the middle of eating, I cannot talk and eat at the same time. I can't talk with, in-depth conversations. Like, if you ask me a question that I know is going to take me about 5 minutes to answer,
yes,
I don't want to answer that type of question.
It's not that you can't. You don't want to.
No, because I want to eat my food.
But the food is supposed to be part of.
I want to eat my food.
The food is supposed to be part of the process.
But what you do, you will eat your food. And then you will go and ask me a question.
I eat and talk.
And then you expect me to answer. I'm like, well,
That's
wait a
not
minute.
true. Did I have food on my plate last night?
No,
I did.
Yeah, no, I'm saying yes, you did. This was an exception. Wasn't the norm.
No, it's not the exception.
But normally you will eat your food.
That's
Once you're
not
finished
true.
eating your food, I'm still eating.
That's
then
not
you
true.
start to want to have
That's not
an
true.
in-depth
I just wanted to talk
conversation.
to
And I
my
said,
woman,
"Can
my
I
bride, my
finish
queen."
my food first.
That's not true. No, that's not true. When that food hits the table, it's like
but sometimes,
no talk.
No,
Silence.
I'm referring to like while we're sitting there and we're waiting for our food to come.
No, now you're
or
deflecting.
We're eating our appetizers and stuff like that.
No, you don't want to talk because you were eating appetizer. You don't want to talk while you're eating appetizers. You don't want to talk.
Well, it's because I was really hungry.
There it is.
That's different.
This is good. No, this is good. I mean, this is good. And so what I did, I just sat there and looked pretty. I just was quiet.
No, you got an attitude.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
I know what I did. I talked to Josh.
No.
I talked to Josh.
No. Before.
I talked to Josh.
No, before you
We
started
left you
talking
in the
to
dust.
Josh, and I could tell you started talking.
No,
You started talking to Josh because you got an attitude because I didn't answer your question.
You don't want to talk to me? Fine, I'll talk to my oldest, Josh.
No, but then you asked that question. When? What was the question that you said? When did you? When was the time that you decided or something that you couldn't talk while you ate?
Yeah.
And I gave you that look like we've had this conversation
No,
before.
but I'm like,
you know that I don't like to talk
while you're eating.
While I'm in the process of eating. Like when we stop, because then I got in a conversation with you and Josh once we were waiting for our food.
No, we were not waiting. We were eating our food.
No, once I finished my appetizer and we were waiting for the main course, I indulged in the rest of the conversation.
That's the whole thing. Why can't you eat and talk at the same time?
Because I don't like to. Maybe you like to. I don't like to.
We should take a poll.
That is, no.
So when the food hits the table, shut up. Nobody talk.
That's our difference. Okay, let's get back to this other question.
So we gave y'all a little more insight. So now you know Pastor Isha doesn't want to talk while her food's on the table. I like to talk. So we just...
No, it's the type of conversations that I like to have.
Not serious
If I have to, if it's just a response, 1 or 2 word answer, I'm good.
If I don't have to really engage in conversation, okay. Anyway, so I don't know how y'all do that. That's our dilemma. That's our dilemma.
Okay.
But it don't stop me from loving. I love you, girl.
I know you do.
So all right, today's topic now. I don't know how we got to today's topic. Today's fun. That was the pre-show. Today now is the topic is would you rather?
Yeah.
Would you rather? So we're gonna go back and forth with some questions.
And these are great questions that you can answer yourself.
Yeah.
Or take these questions and it'll be a great dialogue when you're at a restaurant or dinner.
Well, not for us. Not for us.
Or at your dinner table
but
with
not
your
for
family.
Us. Not for us.
No, I think we're gonna do these.
Well, not while we're eating. Exactly.
I'm not going to go there.
Okay.
And when I bring it up, you better not even say anything.
And I'm just going to go. I'm going to go. Is it safe to talk? May I speak?
All right, let's go.
Okay. So, all right. Here's the first one. Would you rather? Number one. Would you rather travel 100 years forward or 100 years back in time? 100 years forward in time or 100 years back in time? What would you rather to do?
Okay, 100 years back in time would be what?
That'd be 50 years. That'd be 46 years prior to your birth. 46 years. Would you rather go 46 years before you were born? So, but it's 100 years, so that'd be 46 before you were born. You want to go 100 years back in time or 100 years forward? I think I would want to probably go forward.
I think.
Although I don't
why?
know, but
why?
although you know what, if I'm being spiritual, the world might not be around then. It'd be. I think Jesus is coming before then.
I think you could do either or. Put it this way: I would say 100 years forward, only because of our nationality.
Right. I was just thinking that.
I was thinking because 100 years ago, in our nationality,
we wouldn't exist.
But see,
I wouldn't exist.
You know what I would think? No. You could have existed. No, say if you could exist just the way you are and look the way you are. You know what I would think for you? You could be a passer.
A what? A passer?
A passer.
What's a passer? What are you talking about?
See, they know what I mean.
What's a passer?
You would be a black person that could pass for white.
Oh, a bit like that?
Yeah.
A passer.
Yeah, I just found out literally that there was one of my my great aunts. Because my grandmother on my mother's side is very extremely fair skinned, and she had a sister that was even more extremely fair skinned, and she passed for white, and she kind of separated herself from the family because she didn't want her family, other people to know that she was technically black.
Okay.
So I think you could be a passer.
A passer. Okay.
So for you, maybe you would want to see.
No, I want to go. I think although again, that 100 years back, maybe, but forward. But again, I think that's new millennium. I think we're in the new millennium.
But a part of you wonders, what is the 100 years in the future going to be?
But if it's 100 years in the future in the world, yeah, it might make me mad.
With the rapture,
Yeah, but then you're in the millennial period. You're in the millennial period. So I don't know. So I would say forward versus back.
Okay.
What would you say? You didn't answer.
I said forward.
Oh, forward.
I said forward because
you said it out of fear.
Yeah.
You said it out of fear.
Yes, I did.
Okay. All right. So that's number one. All right. Here's the second question.
So I like the 30s. I like the dress.
See, that's what I was thinking.
I like the dress.
So take out the culture. I think you would go backwards.
Yeah, because
you would go backwards.
Yeah, I love
but
some
wait a
of
minute,
those
that's a contradiction. No, because you don't like dressing up.
But as long as I don't have to deal
You don't like
with
dressing up. You complain when you try to dress up. They dressed up every day. They dressed up every day. You'd have been miserable. You'd have been They dressed up. They didn't go anywhere. They didn't go anywhere and they dressed up. They were in the house in dresses and blouses.
Not all the cultures.
Yes, but I'm saying what you love. That culture you love.
I think that's what you see on TV.
No, that's how they dress. You look it up. I don't think so. That's how they dressed. The women dressed.
But I did like that dress. I like the dresses.
But you wouldn't like getting dressed.
Not every day.
Right, that's what I'm saying. What they may not know about you is you don't like dressing up. You don't like dressing up. You don't like wearing like makeup. You put it on. You don't like shopping. Like, who are you? You don't like doing anything that a lot of women do. You don't like dressing up. You don't like getting your nails done. You don't like getting your hair done. You like to test getting your hair done. You don't like dressing up like what era are you from? You don't like doing any of that stuff. You do it, but you don't like doing it.
Yeah.
But I think you would like the era, but I don't know how much you would. Now maybe your mindset would be different.
I think I like the era. I like how it looks. I don't like the process.
Right, and there was a serious process back then.
Oh yeah, because what did they put those things around you and they've gone back to that to some degree.
Yeah,
when they tighten you up with your.
That's not you. You'd be like, listen, that's not you. You'd be miserable.
Yes, I would.
So all right, so with you, I know I want to go forward. You don't know which way you want to go. Go forward because you were fearful to go back, but go back.
I have mixed emotions about each. I would like to do both for different reasons.
Okay, all right. Here's the second one. Y'all are getting some insight about us. Here's the second. Would you rather have the ability to rewind time and correct your mistakes or fast forward time to see the outcomes of your decisions? Whoo! That's a good one. That, for me, I would go back and correct my mistakes.
Really?
I think so. Because fast forward to see mistakes. We're not talking about things you couldn't control, things you could control. I think I'd rather correct my mistakes than fast forward to see outcomes of your decisions. Because, because I think you could affect the outcome of your decisions by correcting mistakes.
Yeah, I think so too. If I have to rethink it, a part of me when I think of that, I have mixed emotions about that.
Okay.
Because a part of me thinks about everything happens for a reason. And many times we learn and we become better because of some of the mistakes we've made, some of the decisions that we made, and it helps us to become who we are. And the question I get concerned about is if we went back and we corrected those things, would we end up being a different person?
Yeah, but
I don't know.
But if
so
you're going
that's
back
what makes me think.
Well, what if you're going back to correct it from what you know now?
As long as it, I don't know. If it makes me a better person, or it doesn't change who I am.
But there are some financial decisions I made in the past that if I could go back and correct that, I would. Because when I did it, it broke your trust. when I made some financial decisions and it broke your trust. That's a whole nother podcast.
Yeah,
I like correct stuff like that.
I agree. There were some relationships that I was in that
Yeah, I know. Like, what were you doing?
So
What were you doing?
Yeah.
There was some stuff you were in. What were you doing?
You know what? I'm not go there.
Yeah, you need to go back and correct some of that.
That could be.
You need to go back to your past and correct that.
A whole nother podcast. There was rhyme and reason that made sense at the time.
That made no sense looking backwards now.
Yes.
Okay. All right. But no, this is good. This is good. All right. So here's the third. Now, I don't know if you can handle this one. Would you rather be able to enter any fictional world of your choice or bring fictional characters into the real world? So would you rather enter a fiction world or bring those fiction characters here? That's cool.
I'd rather bring the fictional characters
Why?
here.
Why?
I don't want to go into a fictional world.
Like, really?
I would like to stay here.
And bring them here?
And just bring them here, yeah.
Like you have an example?
No, I can't think of an example, but I just think I'm not into the fictional world that much. I'm not. So I'm like, all these fictional worlds that I see people like the anime. I'm not like in like the anime and something. Like, I'm not into that, but I think it would probably be more fun if you brought those characters into your world versus going into their world.
See, our team has given us some hints. So I was thinking something different. So you wouldn't want to go into like Wakanda? You wouldn't want to go into Wakanda? But see, you would have a problem because you have to dress a certain way. You wouldn't want to do but Wakanda, you wouldn't want to go into like Wakanda?
Only if I could become one of those characters.
Okay, you could be like
If I could become one of those characters, yes.
Well, that's the whole thing. When you enter in, you can become.
Yes. I'm thinking that if I go in or whatever, that I'm going in as myself.
No, you enter into that world.
Okay.
Like Wakanda.
Yes.
Right? Like I was thinking Mandalorian. I was thinking like Mandalorian.
I would do that because then you become another person.
Yeah, yeah.
You know that,
Yeah, but like Wakanda, that'd be cool. Entering into Wakanda, that world, man.
Like you become a superhero.
But you'd have to wear one of those head things. I don't know if you'd like to do that.
I don't care. Yeah.
So I would I wouldn't want to bring them here. I'd like to do that.
Yeah. Okay. In that aspect, yes.
Yes.
In that
aspect. Was sponsored by your son. Your son just gave us a hint. Okay. Here's another one while I'm watching time. Would you rather have the power to bring people together and create harmony, who have the ability to understand and resolve conflicts instantly? Bring people together and create harmony, who have the ability to understand and resolve conflicts instantly.
Oh, without a doubt. Bring people together and create harmony. I think we already do the other one, the ability to understand and resolve.
But I like doing the other one.
You like
resolving conflicts?
You don't like resolving conflicts.
I do. I'm good at it.
You are, but you don't like it.
No, it's, but it feels good when you resolve it.
No, yeah.
The harmony's boring.
Oh, that's not.
The harmony, there's no challenge. Yeah. There's no challenge in harmony.
Well, more power to you.
There's no challenge. No. I mean, it's great because okay.
No,
I think it depends on the person. You're going to bring me and create harmony, so there's no challenge.
Then why do you complain?
We are the world. There's no challenge.
The time? Whenever you have to resolve conflicts, it's because many times your conflict is drama. Creates drama.
Well, I'm not talking about.
And you complain about the drama.
Just till I get in it, then I'm like, let's go. When I get in it, I'm like, let's go.
To resolve the conflict.
I'm
surprised that you would say that.
Because harmony, there's no challenge. Somebody was just telling me, we just had a meeting and they were
see, that's the difference between me and you. You like that challenge.
I
do. I'm all for peace and harmony.
Yeah, okay. That's boring.
Peace and harmony.
That's boring. You just want to go sit on a rocking chair. You got nothing to do. Just here's the challenge of the day. The wind's blowing from the east.
But that's not but I can handle. I know how to.
You're good at it.
That.
You're good at it.
That don't mean you like it.
But once I'm in it, I like it. It's a challenge. Can I get the two?
It can be stressful.
On the same page.
Yeah.
All right, we're wrapping up, but this is good. I don't know if we're gonna get through all these, but this is good. Okay, number 5 or fifth one. Would you rather experience the sensations and emotions of any historical figure, or be able to witness any historical event? I know what I want to do.
Oh, I know what you would want to do.
What
too.
what do you want to do? So do you want to experience the sensation, the emotions?
I want to say what you want to do.
Okay.
You want to a historical figure and witness a historical event.
Yes.
Right.
Which one?
Jesus.
Which one?
Which one?
Yeah, come on, you're taking the easy way out, but which one?
Oh, I don't know.
Really?
Not Calvary. You want
No, I don't want Calvary.
What?
I want the tomb. I want when he rises
when
up.
he rose.
Because we've been to the tomb.
Yes,
I want to be there when he sits up. I want to be there when he sits up, man. I want to be there when he's. I mean, that's one off the top of my head. But I would do historical
when you
event.
experience a historical figure or witness a historical event, I think those sensations and emotions come with it.
Well,
So
yeah.
I think you get the best of both worlds.
I mean, can you imagine, man? You're sitting there and you're in the tomb.
Yeah.
And Jesus gets up. Woo!
I think, though, at the same time, the question on the table is, are you going back to that period already knowing the impact that it had?
Yeah.
Because I think there's a lot of historical events that people have witnessed that did not understand at the time the moment or the impact that it had at the time. So I think it would be different going back to that historical event and witnessing, knowing what it had.
Yeah,
then to me, you experience the sensations and the emotions if you already know the impact of that moment. You get you get the best of both worlds.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true. But
I wouldn't want to. I don't know.
What would you do? You didn't answer what you.
I would want to be able to witness a historical event, but I would want to do it either way. But I would love to be able to go witness it, having already known. Like, I wouldn't want my memory to be erased. I would want to go.
Like, you know what I would want to do? I'd want to go back in the beginning when Satan's trying to bait Eve and just grab him. Go, what are you doing? Get out of here. Mm-hmm. And yeah, man. So, all right, that's a great question. That's a great question.
But I never really thought about what historical event. I guess the only thing I would probably say that the tomb as well.
Yeah.
I have to think about that.
I mean, there's all types. What about in the ark and the door shutting? In Noah's Ark and the door shutting?
No.
No? Just to witness it?
No.
Huh?
I get no, not unless I have to understand what that historical event meant.
The people going, let us in. No, you should have come in while you had the chance. We've been to the valley where in Israel where David fought Goliath. Like, man, all types of stuff. But all right, we gotta let's maybe do a couple more. We'll see. All right. Would you rather have the power to never age physically or never age mentally?
Oh, I know that without a doubt.
What?
Never age mentally.
Never age mentally, yeah.
Yeah, only because, I've seen with my family members them aging mentally.
Well, you don't look like you're aging physically anyway.
Yeah, I just, I'd rather physically, I
stay sharp mentally.
Yeah,
Stay sharp.
I love people that age. They're in their hundreds.
Hundreds?
Hundreds, yeah, like 100.
And they're sharp.
And they like. I was just watching Rita Moreno. Is that her name? Marina. Yeah, she was the original from what is it? One of my favorite musicals. What's my favorite musical? Not Grease.
Musical?
West Side Story.
West Side
Story. But this woman is 95 years old, I think. 92 or 95, something like that. And she's doing movies.
Oh, was she on Today's Show a few days ago? Yeah.
She was on this week.
I didn't make the connection.
Yeah, she was on this week. Yeah. And I'm sitting there and I'm listening to her.
She was flirting with Craig.
She was.
She was flirting with Craig.
And I'm just sitting her and I'm just listening to the sharpness in her.
Yeah.
And how like her mind is no different than probably it was when she was in her 30s, 20s or 30s.
Yeah.
And I just said how I would love to be that way because I've seen people in my family members, when they're in their 60s and 70s, start to decline mentally and maybe not remember even who you are.
Yeah.
And forget to do certain things. And that's my prayer. That's my prayer that, that I don't, experience that and that I stay sharp.
Yeah.
As
long as you know who I am, everything else is good.
Yeah, I remember that. That was my prayer, and God gave me that prayer with my grandmother when I took care of her for the last 10 years of her life. They diagnosed her with Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, and dementia and Parkinson's.
Yeah.
And I said, I don't care if she forgets everybody else, as long as she don't forget me, I'm good.
She didn't.
And she didn't. She might not have remembered the relationship that she was my grandmother.
Yeah.
But I would go into her room and I say, Grandma, who am I? Who am I? She said, Isha. Yeah. Isha. She thought I was her sister sometimes.
Yeah.
But she never forgot who I was.
She remembered me for the most part, a couple times.
Well, sometimes she thought you were Carlton.
I'm like, Grandma, come on, you can't forget me.
Yeah.
So, all right, let's do one more. Okay? Would you rather have the power to understand the thoughts of those around you or the ability to project your thoughts to others? I like that question.
I would rather have the power to understand the thoughts of those around me.
The thoughts, why?
Because people are who they. I don't want to manipulate. I don't want to be able to manipulate people. People are who they are.
Yes.
But I want the ability to understand why people think or do what they do so I can respond appropriately to them. Well, that's why I love that I have the gift of discernment to some degree. So to me, that would be an enhancement.
Yes.
So, because I really want to understand why people do what they do so you can make sure that you're not making assumptions about something and you can really minister to them more
I was
effectively.
Thinking if you know the thoughts of others, which is what I would rather understand the thoughts of others, you can manipulate them if you wanted to because you know what they're thinking.
But I don't want to manipulate
I'm just saying,
somebody.
just side note.
But I'm not going to manipulate somebody.
All right, one more. There's one, and we got to get to this one.
Okay.
I just want to get to this one. If all world leaders were women, would there be wars? If all world leaders were women, would there be wars? I love that question.
It depends on how that woman thinks.
Okay, give us clarity.
I don't know.
Well, you can't just say that. What do you mean? Give us clarity.
I don't know. I don't know. No, you tell me what you think.
Okay. It depends on their season of life. It depends on where they are, because if they're in the change of life, hit the button, nuke them. It depends on the or even the time of the month. Go ahead, send the troops, wipe them off the face of the planet. Is that true?
It really depends on the person, because you have some people, it don't matter the season that they in.
No, we're talking.
They be like push the button anyway.
Yeah. So like if
you have some women that are, it's okay, baby, it's all right. They just had a bad day.
Yeah, but
or they didn't mean to do that. And there's other women to be like, oh no, push the button.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
So I said, that's what I'm saying.
I
don't know if I can say a majority.
I think there would be
women.
wars, but I don't think they would last long, because they would just hit the button, boom, they're done. That was like, So I think. But we thank God, like if this church was full of just men, it'd be a horrible place.
Okay.
It'd be like the cave of Adullam. So, but very good. All right, we're out of time, man. This was good. This gave people just some insight about us. Hopefully you got some.
It gave me some more insight about you.
I got some real good stuff about you. And I must say in front of our audience, I'm scared.
Oh, you've already been scared to something.
But we hope you enjoyed this, man. Part of this is being transparent. Let y'all just see how we are. And hopefully this was relatable to you. Hopefully you laughed a little bit, man. Got some insight. Don't judge us.
I don't think anybody laughed as hard as I did.
No, nobody did. I promise you that. But don't judge us. This is just our life.
I didn't realize what I was getting myself into.
When you sit at this table with me, you don't know what's going to happen.
Yes.
But don't judge us. Celebrate with us. But share this with somebody, please. Would you share? Would you subscribe? If you're not a subscriber, what are you waiting on? Subscribe, man, so that every time we drop content, you're notified and you can be up to date and on top of what we share.
I like these questions. That these are just fun, regular questions.
Yeah.
I want to.
It's good stuff.
Maybe maybe we'll have some times we'll answer some personal questions, some spiritual questions.
It's good stuff.
Regarding ourselves.
We're going to become a little
as well.
edgy with some of these topics. Let's hit it.
Lord
yes,
Jesus.
let's do it. Follow me, girl. You'll be all right. So, all right, we got to go, man. Again, like, share, subscribe. Get the word out and join us next time. We enjoy being with you. Really had a good time. And we'll see you next time on the what?
Victory Experience.